Guys, after implementing this automation, you don't have to miss another lead. So when I was actually trying to implement contact form in my client's website, I have started researching about what are the different ways of actually automating the entire contact form submission process. So in the process of researching, I have found a way where we can actually automate the entire contact form submission. We can actually do it completely for free. So the problem that I have faced was many plugins are not actually giving us the chance to implement the automation in their free plan. So if we want to actually implement advanced automations, we have to actually purchase the premium plan. So to figure out a solution for it, I have actually started researching about what are the different ways of automating the contact form. So the process that I am actually going to show you in this video, you can actually implement entirely for free. You don't have to purchase any premium subscription. So the process of actually implementing this particular automation is, I am going to consider the contact form as an example for this video. So whenever a contact form is submitted, we are actually going to take the data, and then based on the data like the name and the email address, we are actually going to store the name and email address in the CRM based on our preference. I'm actually going to show you an example of Brevo as the CRM. So in the case of contact form, we'll also get a message, right? So the message is actually going to be stored in a platform like Google Sheets or Airtable. I'm actually going to show you an example using Airtable. So this is the exact automation that we are actually going to implement in this video. So without getting delayed, let's get started. So if we want to actually try out a feature or implement any sort of feature in our website, we will not be doing it directly in our main website, right? We have to first test it out. If it works perfectly, then we are actually going to implement it on our main website. So in order to create a test website, you don't have to purchase any other premium subscription for hosting. You can directly install the software called Local, where you can create a local WordPress website that directly hosts in your machine. So after installing the software, once you create a website, as usually you'll get a WordPress dashboard. So the plugin that we are actually going to use for the form creation is called as Forminator. So once you search for the name in WordPress plugins, you'll find this plugin. Just install it. After installing, just activate the plugin. So once you have installed the plugin, you will find it on the left corner called as Forminator. Just click on the plugin. So here you'll find an option to create a form. Just click on create. So here you'll find lot of templates that you can use, or you can directly create it from scratch. So for this example, I'm going to use a contact form. So I'm actually going to use this template. So now just enter the name of your form. I'll leave it as contact form and just click on create. So once you click on create form, you'll find all the fields here. So as of now, we have first name, email address, mobile number and message as the fields. If you want to edit any particular field, just click on the settings icon here and just click on the edit field. Here in settings, you'll find an option called as optional or required. If you want the user to particularly, if you want the user to fill a particular field, then you have to actually select this option, which is called require. So for all the other fields also, if you want the user to compulsorily fill the field, then select the required option. So if you want to add any other fields here, just click on insert fields and you can actually insert all these fields into your form. If you want to actually add the captcha to your form, you can actually click on this captcha and then fill in your captcha side key and the private key. There you can directly implement your captcha in the form. And once you are done adding all the fields, on the left, you'll have all the options to customize the form. Coming to the appearance part, you can actually customize all the colors and all the fonts here. I'm not directly going to show you now how to customize all these things. This is actually pretty self-explanatory, so you can just go through them. The main focus of this video is to help you how to automate the form submissions. So just go with what is the color that actually suits your website and then just implement it here, and same for the fonts as well. So here, if you want to implement any sort of custom CSS, you can directly do it here. I'm not actually implementing the custom CSS as well. If you want to implement it, you can directly implement here. So the next option that I want to show you is, so whenever a user fills in the form and submits it, if you give your email address here, the details would be directly coming to your email address, notifying that the form has been submitted and here are the details. So just give your email address here. So after submitting your email address here, the main part of our entire video is automation, right? So coming to the integrations part, here you have to connect the automation platform. Just click on the integrations here you will be taken to this page, and here you will find another option called as integrations. Just click on it. So here we will find all the platforms that we can actually connect this Forminator plugin with. So in this video I'm going to show you an example with the webhook. To explain you in a simpler way, whenever data is submitted, the data is directly going to send to our automation platform using the webhook. So the automation platform that we are going to use in this video is called as make.com. So I am using this platform since a long time for all my automations. So click on the link in the description, and you can create a free account in this make platform. Once you have created a free account, just log into your account. After logging into the make platform, you'll find an option to create a new scenario. Click on create a new scenario, and here we have to add the modules. So the first module that we have to add is called webhooks. Search for webhooks if you did not find it here, and click on custom webhook. So here you have to choose the webhook. If you have a webhook that is already created, then you can go ahead and choose one. So I'll be creating a new one. So just click on add, and here give a name to the webhook. So I gave a name forms, and then just click on save. So a webhook will be created, and here is a webhook. Just copy this to the clipboard. If you click on the copy to clipboard, it will be directly copied. So just click on it. Just go back to the Forminator plugin and just click on the plus icon here. Here you will be asked to add the webhook. Just click on activate. So once you have activated the webhook, just click on the plus icon here and add your webhook URL that you have copied before, and just give a name here and then click on save. After clicking save, if you go back to the automation platform, you can see here that the webhook is successfully determined. So it means that the webhook is working perfectly. So the next module that we are going to be adding here is called Airtable. So just search for Airtable. So here you will find lot of options. So we have to create a record. So create a record in the sense we have to create a row in the table, right? So just click on create a record. Now we have to create a connection between the Airtable and the automation platform. Once you log into your free account using Airtable, just click on start from scratch. Here just give a name to the database that you are creating. This is actually very similar to Google Sheets. You can use it in the similar way. So the form that we have created has 4 fields, right? Which is first name, email address, phone number and message. So we have to create 4 fields. So the first field would be name. So I'm leaving as it is. So the second field would be email address. And the third field would be mobile number, right? And the fourth field would be message. If you want to add more fields, just click on the plus icon here. You can add more fields if you want. So the fields that I've created here are 4, right? So I have actually created 4 columns here. So the next thing that we have to do is to get the API key from the Airtable. Just click on your profile here and click on Builder Hub. So here you'll find an option called API key. Click on create a token. So just give a name here. So here you have to add the scopes. Just click on add a scope and give access to all of these. Once you give scope to all of these, you will now have to give the access to the base that you have created. So the name of the table that we have created is called form submissions, right? Just select the form submissions here and just click on create a token. So you'll find the token here. Just click on copy. Now we have to go back to the automation platform and click on create a connection and select the connection as Airtable token or key, and just you have to paste your key here. So just paste your key here and then click on save. So now the Airtable connection is now successfully made with the make platform. Now we have to choose the base here. So just select the base that you have created in the Airtable, which is form submissions in my case. Now we have to select the table in the form submissions. Just click on table 1. Now we'll find all the records here that we have created in the Airtable database. Now just publish the form. And after publishing the form, you'll get the shortcode that you can directly implement in your website. Just copy the shortcode and create a page. So create a new page with the shortcode here. Just add the shortcode. After adding the shortcode, just publish the page. So the form is actually published, right? So now we have to check whether the automation is working perfectly or not. Now we'll actually trigger the webhook with the data so that we can match the data with the Airtable. Just unlink the automation as of now and just right click on the webhook and choose run this module only. So now the webhook is actually waiting for the form submission. Now let's submit the form with some details. So I have actually added some test data here and then I'm clicking on send message. So once the form is actually submitted, the webhook will be triggered. As you can see, the webhook is triggered and we got the data here. So the name is test and the email address is test@gmail.com, and so these are all the details that we have actually filled here, right? So we have actually got the all the data. Now we have to match this with the Airtable database. So now just click on Airtable, and now we have to just match these records. Click on name and then select name as the parameter here, and select email and then select the email address as the parameter, and similarly for mobile number, and for the message as well, just select the text area for the message. Now click on OK, and now we will try to run the entire automation. Now just click on run once. Now we will again submit the form once again. So now I have actually filled the form and I'll try to send the message now. If I send the message now, the obviously the webhook is going to be triggered, and with the data that we got using the webhook, we are actually going to create a record on Airtable. Now in Airtable, the record should be created and we should actually get all these information in the Airtable. Let's check if this worked out or not. As you can see, that record has been created with the information that we have actually used while filling up the form. Guys, if you have any trouble implementing this automation, if you have any questions in between, I'll actually leave you a link in the description where you can directly come up in your forum and then post your questions there. I'll be happy to help you out. So if you are stuck between or have any questions, just come up in the form and post them. This is it for the video. With the other automation, I'll see you in the next one.